Welcome back everyone, Robo-Friends here with Dry with some more Astroneer. And we're not absolutely stranded. This is on purpose.
Sure, we're lost. We're gonna die.
Is there a way to make a new one?
Not from here. We need to get back to the base.
Can we build something here?
We probably could.
Okay. What do you need to make a
But
printer?
I would say, well, we can only make a small printer, which, let me see if that would work.
Little chammies.
No, we would need like half of a base built because we don't have anything to make aluminum.
So how would we get back?
Try to find it.
With the there's resin, so we can make
Oxygen filter. But I know where we can cheat.
well, there's a beacon there. Or a light in the sky.
There is no light in the sky.
Well, over there. The beacon thing in the alien structure.
Oh, that's okay. When you say beacon, I'm thinking the game's beacon, not the.
Well, it's technically a beacon. It's a big light in the sky.
It's not necessarily a beacon.
Well, technically a definition of a beacon is a, hey, I'm right here.
Well, I'm saying the game you can make beacons, and so there's an actual beacon item. That's so when you say beacon, I think that, not the light from the alien objects.
Okay, we're low
But
on
anyways, like I
power
was gonna
as
say,
well.
you'll slowly gain it back. But what we need to do is we need to start heading north, and like I said, we can carry this with us, so we don't have to worry about.
Oh, wow. We take turns. Yeah, this is our mobile home. That's convenient. Hey, wait, I have an idea. Wait. No.
No, I can't carry you with you on board.
That would have been so much easier.
I'm not your fairy.
I mean, you don't have to worry about me getting lost.
Well, there's a big signal coming off the top of this thing when it's on the ground. If you get lost with that.
This thing's resilient. I mean, it pretty much has to be if it's going to be in the vacuum of space. And survive the tortures we have to endure to it. There's some... Hey, you know what these remind me of? These research samples?
What?
Lego flowers. Like Lego bricks?
Oh yeah, kinda.
I'm sure I have to look into it about the part name. I am currently looking for a partner, or partnering company, sort of. That makes sense. Ow. Did he crush someone with this?
No.
I want my car back.
I'm gonna scout ahead and see if I can see anything.
There's a beacon thingy.
I'm gonna choke you if you keep calling that a beacon.
Well, it's like a signal flare. We like that better? Signal?
It's a pillar of light.
So basically, a lighthouse. Or tower. You call it a tower?
Well,
Watchtower?
yeah, I guess you could.
Light tower?
I don't know about watchtower, but... Oh, you've been here before.
Ooh, work light.
I see all your funky,
Ooh, solar panel.
bridges.
Oh, they are probably far away. There's the two of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be...
Well, this is the northern thing, so...
Well, like I said, I'm gonna have to look into it more. I'll probably just be contact on Discord, I guess. Can I just leave this behind?
Well, you could, but then we'd have to make another one.
How much does it cost? We
It
can
don't
always get
cost
a
much,
rover
but...
back here with a spare rocket and have someone drive the rocket back. And on a rover.
Well, you can't do that.
Why?
Because it doesn't fit on the rover.
No, the rocket. The engine.
Oh, the engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
That's north. No, wait, now that's north.
Yeah, that structure is the north one, so
Now we head where now?
east, west, south from there.
There,
Just gotta
south.
find the right direction. Well, south varies depending on the side you're on. Yeah.
Okay, I found a little tunnel I was in.
Don't forget to make yourself some oxygen filter.
Yep. Alright, thank you. Okay, so I'm heading up the cliff. There's a crash ship thingy. So, what's the story behind all these wrecks on this planet?
As far as I know, there is none. At least not that I've come across. That's
We can make her up our own if you want. We're in some sort of alien test simulation. It's similar to how Ark has it, except with less dinosaurs. And we mainly die to our own stupidity. And the raptor back chasing you down the coast of the beach, running for your dear life.
Never played Ark, so I wouldn't know.
And it's terrifying when that happens. It happens pretty common. You think you spawn in a safe one, but it's not actually safe one because you still have the same chance as anyone else to encounter a T-Rex. Because someone just leads it down to the beach in the mountains.
Yeah, I've always just kind of assumed, at least for this game, that they want to, explore and mine. I'm assuming mine for resources on this planet, and just many people have tried, and many have.
Oh, what have they done differently that we're not doing? I mean, they're pretty much using the same stuff we are, aren't they?
Well, if you think about it, we've died too. So I just think that, there's been successes and failures.
So I want to get back on the conversation of independent machines and space engineers. Not like have them like a wolf like stature, have like drones that can able to advance at their own rate. I have like an archive almost built into every drone that's capable of work. Say they're all like connected through like laser antennas. They're all communicating with each other. But they don't rely on that. They have their way of navigating on their own. You just have to talk back and forth to let them know, basically. Have like a network set up for that. And you can have if you no longer hear chatter from all the other drones, or the biggest drone fleet has lost communication, they have to assume they're being hunted, or they have to start rebuilding themselves, basically. So you have one drone that escapes, that drone can spawn in the entire empire once more, because they have that archive defaulted in it, almost.
Okay, so from one they can rebuild.
Yeah.
If they can find the resource.
Because they all have the same blueprints as any other one would, because it's universal. Be like compressing a zip file, almost. That makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, they would just have to find the resources to start building. Would they have to find the resources to start building?
Yeah. Well, they'll have they'll be more efficient because they will know the requirements to build what place. They won't waste materials. They'll probably go for scavenging, more ideal, because you get more out of that probably than mining. And you'll probably have some sort of ray tracing capability that they have to navigate themselves and determine what objects and they can actually see color, almost. That's technically still a thing in space engineers. There's a ray tracing script that can detect iron and asteroids and such. You just tell it what color means what, like what's silicon, what's uranium, and such. But in space engineers, there is technically a way of compression with the LCDs, almost, and blueprints. Is that right? I
have no idea.
Well, you just basically need a way of compiling it. basically have something that can read the information like a regular computer would. You have to have a programmable block system that's able to read the script that's stored onto the LCD screen or whatever archive is, and it will try and make sense of it in orders that it's suiting for it. It will be almost like advancing at its own rate. I mean, it would make a drone scenario a lot more interesting.
It would, but at the same time, that's a lot of extra processing power that's going on in the background to run all that.
We'd probably make it efficient enough so it doesn't use us that much, or
It's a limitation of SE.
It won't be used, because usually you get that much processing power if it's like human error or human like player controlled. Basically, you're putting the input in manually. But these will just be like on its own almost. Oh, I died, by the way.
Oh, I was like, why is it not letting me pick?
You probably have like it'll be cool to have that implemented in like the Sprat, like the automatic NPC drones almost. Have them like that efficient almost. Except they won't spawn in, they can easily run on them themselves.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, like if you're gonna have things running in the background to calculate scripts and checking for resources, you're gonna use processing power. You're not gonna be able to avoid that no matter what.
Well, you'll probably have to have a character loaded onto the server. That's basically what starts it all almost, and have that character always on. Maybe have it like that processing power can like.
No, I mean you wouldn't need that. I'm just saying like you're gonna.
They'll help with the processing power. Have a computer control the drones from like a back end, doing the processes for them. That takes less strain off the server, I guess.
No, because everything is run server side, like this is the way SE is set up.
The drones be like they're still controlled by a player, and it's not actually the. You have to start from somewhere.
You're missing what I'm saying though.
And scripts turn off when they're not in like whatchamacallit, render distance, or if the player's offline or something. Maybe have a, I've talked about this before about having just this robot in Minecraft, or this bot they use on the oldest Minecraft server to date, the Anarchy server. It's called Baritone. It can basically do what a player does, but better. It knows how to PvP. It knows how to call in backup. It knows how to like build structures in Minecraft exactly as is, and how to like survive and navigate the wasteland of the 2B2T. Just basically everything's filled in with obsidian, cobblestone, bedrock, because it's basically a server with no rules. It's been up for over a decade.
What you're talking about, games programmed two different ways. What works on that game may not
originally
work.
This bot was made for auto mining, like auto resource harvesting. The person
again, what I'm trying to say is the way bots and computer or AI might work on Minecraft isn't going to work the same way with SE.
Yeah, but you have to convert it. But Minecraft is basically a basic game. This has never been done before in Minecraft, and person just used this, what was originally used to auto mine, into like a robot army that can kill players of like the highest tier, that uses like cheats. Basically, they can easily go against people like that.
Again, the programming language and the programming APIs for Minecraft are not going to be the same for
The
SE.
story behind it is actually quite interesting. They had the robot watch videos of Minecraft YouTubers playing Minecraft for it to learn. They literally had it like sit down, watch a bunch of playlists with videos, in like PvP, in like how to build and how to like sprint, jump and such. And you will have it like die a bunch of times, like have it try to adapt, so because it will consider death invalid. It will try to avoid a death, so it'll try every single route to avoid a death, which means it will eat certain foods, like it'll learn to farm for food. It'll learn, so, and also you can give it a goal, so it doesn't have to sit still and always eat like a melon, so it keeps its hunger full. It can have like a goal, like you can build this structure or farm these many resources and find a location and like just patrol it or something. I mean, that was done by like thousands of tests, and they have like a graph on how well these robots did to like escape the spawn on the oldest Minecraft server. It was actually kind of like almost like a neural network of a brain, because it's not all the same. It's like they're all trying unique routes until they find the perfect route where they can have the most chance of survival or getting across. That can easily be done if someone knows how to like program the two, or because it's basically using like a ray tracing for the robot. It uses your screen, but it's basically mimicking your control, so it can control it on itself.
I don't know if SE's APIs allow that much interaction. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's not like, it's like Minecraft. You have a regular player account. It uses the screen. It's like having a camera in front of the screen. It'll learn from that. You can use that. And you use the regular W, A, and SD key, 1, 2, like 9 buttons. Basically, regular will do everything a regular player could, but it's being controlled by a bot program.
Okay, now I get what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Except this guy has a extremely expensive PC and a graphics card set up just to be able to run the testing phase of it. He hasn't yet made it public, but he's working on it so he can sell it to people. Once this gets out to the public, he probably could shape not just Minecraft, because I know was originally a big thing, having bots basically do all the work for you in Minecraft. It's not really that much fun. But then again, 2B2T is just basically a game of trolls, just trying to see who you can find someone to grief their base. Imagine having like a drone that's able to build like complex level stuff the same way a player could, but more efficiently, and have that enemy like let loose into your world. Imagine how would you like deal with it, because it won't make the same mistake twice. It'll learn from the first encounter and the second. You have to try.
Why not just play with players at that?
Yeah, it would have to be more than just clever. You're gonna have to think outside the box, that the box has already been duct tape chained and sunk to the bottom of the ocean, because it'll pretty much try and predict next steps. You have to try and like play like a chess game with the robot, make it lead it on to like a path where it's thinking it's gonna win, but that'll just be a trap, and it'll try to underestimate you. But that probably won't work for a second time, because they'll probably send in more ships, bigger ships, just to deal with you on every single occasion.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't be a mod I'd play.
It wouldn't be a mod, I'll be a player, controlled by a machine.
But I mean, I'm saying like on a server. If a server had that, I wouldn't play on that server. Is what I'm...
It would be fun to witness and watch. I mean, it won't be like automatically hostile unless it's told to be. It'll probably just keep at distance unless assaulted or aggravated, or unless you're like in its territory. It'll probably try and defend itself. If it sees you like becoming too like powerful and sees weapons on your ship, it'll probably take action quickly.
Yeah, I wouldn't play on a server with that.
It would be so fun just to see it.
Initially, maybe, but after a certain point, it would become so OP, nobody would be able to beat it, and it would become unfun.
It will be like a chess game. It won't have access, like full control over its server. It'll just have the same.
No, I'm just saying, like eventually, an AI or a computer's gonna be able to outthink, and because it'll have to be connected, probably somebody who's like connected 24 hours a day, it can constantly grow and do things. It's like
You
it would
have to find a way to trap it. Like make a prison
again,
for
like,
this one thing.
after a certain point, there's nothing players will be able to do to outdo a computer. It can react faster, it can think faster. Yeah, it would get to the point where it would be so OP you wouldn't be able to stop it.
You have to run basically and hide in the shadows. Like go not.
I'm not trying to play it. Exactly, but I'm saying I would after a certain point I wouldn't want to play on that server because it would get to the point where you're constantly hiding. You can't enjoy the game at that point. I'm not saying it's not a cool idea. I'm just saying I wouldn't.
A scenario where you have like a faction of like every like protagonist game. You have the evil overlord that's like have basically the higher power, except that you have just this like one like ability or one like advantage over it, which is basically numbers and also revives basically.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a cool idea. I just wouldn't play it.
Yeah,
personally.
I wouldn't understand if it's that, but it'll probably be like controlled environment, have like a story scenario set up for it. It won't probably just be like a loose thing, because it'll probably absolutely will destroy everyone. There's no competing against the machine. Speaking as a machine. See, this is conversations I love to have conversation about, because it's fun to have back and forth feedback on people that play the same game that I played. I mean, it's possible to do the same process in here. Have a AI controlled Astroneer character. After this, I'm gonna link
What would he do though?
Of what I'm talking about, but it's insanely interesting. They built a statue of Jesus Christ. These robots, like cooperatively, and they like don't pillar up. They build like almost like a printer would. Efficiently, they calculate every block placement they need, so they can get across and build every thing piece by piece. It would be like a month long project, would just take an hour for these robots.
So what you're saying is we need to get robots to build BB's pyramid.
Well, that would be a cool twist to trap them in, because they are planning on sending it to the sun, aren't they? Like strapping a big rocket to it.
There's a couple things we're planning to do to it.
Yeah, I had a plan of making a big catapult and just flinging it up into space.
I found a battery.
Oh, we're way over the episode. In 30 minutes, I forgot to keep time. Well, I'll see you all next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.